it's Kevin from Cuca. Welcome back to yet another video blog. Don't forget to subscribe. It's the only thing that keeps us going. Don't forget to subscribe. So today, we're going to be making yet again another culinary creation. Now, spending time and working in French restaurants, you learn many tricks and many details and many things on how to make food fancy. But one of the fanciest preparations that I've ever learned was making bread and butter crusts. Now it sounds like, why would you do that? Well, let me show you why. So after you have a piece of meat or a piece of fish, one of the things I was impressed of the most in all the restaurants that I worked, especially the French restaurant, was this little crust on top. That was all kind of bubbling, and it was flavorsome, and it was moist, and it was buttery, and it gave food so much flavor. Wow. I always wondered, how the hell do they make that? And they not only use them for fish, you can use it on lamb, you can use it on beef, you can use it on chicken. It's like this wonderful little kind of package of goodness that sits on top of meat or vegetables. And this is how it's made. So you've got 500 grams of butter, okay? And to that, you're gonna add 30 grams of seafood marinade. Now, we call it seafood marinade because it's a preparation in the restaurant. It's basically a combination of ginger, garlic, lime zest, and a little bit of oil, and you just blend it all together, okay? 30 grams of that kind of blended mix of ginger, garlic, oil, and then we're going to do 50 grams of kind of like a pesto that we make with parsley. So 100 grams of parsley, 20 of garlic, 400 oil, 10 of salt, and that is our parsley oil. 50 grams of Parmesan cheese, 50 grams of desiccated coconut, 250 grams of breadcrumbs. Now the breadcrumbs here are the magic, because this is what happens. You got three components. You have flavor, i.e. seafood marinade, parsley, Parmesan, and you've got the breadcrumb, and the breadcrumb absorbs all the flavor, and you have the butter. So the bread and butter are really the of interest components here, because this is what happens. As you bake it, the butter melts. And the breadcrumb steals the butter and absorbs the fat. So the end result is butter absorbed into a breadcrumb, sitting like a little blanket on top of the food that you're making. And this is how it's done. So these ingredients, you throw them into a bowl, mix, and you end up with like Play-Doh, like butter Play-Doh, okay? Now all you do is you scoop the butter Play-Doh, and then you basically flatten it out. Now we've already got a few pieces here, but you basically just flatten it out into any shape to fit the top of your food. If it's a circle of beef, you make a circle. If it's a long rectangle of fish, you basically cut it into the shape of a rectangle. Now you put it, if this is a little scallop, you just put this on top of your little scallop. And you just, like that. Now then, this you bake into the oven, 200 Celsius, 5 minutes, and you end up with that. Like this bubbling, delicious, buttery, flavorsome goodness. Now, how this could be useful in everyday life. Anything that you make, you just add this beautiful bread and butter crust. Only when you want to look fancy. So if you're cooking lamb at home, you do like mustard, and you do garlic, and you do maybe a little bit of chili and basil. So these flavors, this recipe, you subdivide into whatever you're making. Little bread and butter crusts make food taste better. Don't say, we didn't tell you.